This is Myanmar, a country that looks normal on the map. But inside, it is collapsing in slow motion. A brutal, multi-sided civil war, dozens of armed groups, a failing central government, and almost no one in the world is really paying attention. More than 80,000 people have been killed, over 3 million have been forced from their homes, and a state of 54 million people in the heart of Southeast Asia is now at risk of breaking apart. How did Myanmar get here? And why does this chaos matter so much to the rest of Asia and to China in particular? Section 1. A country built on tension. For most of the 20th century, this place was known as Burma. It was ruled by the British for more than 100 years. After independence in 1948, the new country faced a huge problem. Burma is one of the most diverse countries on Earth. There are officially 135 ethnic groups. The Bamar are the majority and control the central lowlands. But the mountains and borderlands are home to many minorities: Shan, Karen, Kachin, Chin, Rakhine, and others. Most Bamar are Buddhist. Many minorities are Christian or Muslim. They feared domination by the Bamar majority. Early promises of real autonomy were never kept, so ethnic groups formed their own militias. They wanted more autonomy, federalism, or full independence. Some of these groups have been fighting the central state for more than 70 years, making Myanmar's conflict one of the longest-running wars on the planet. Section 2. Dictatorship and Isolation. In 1962, the military, called the Tatmadaw, seized power in a coup. They created a harsh dictatorship. They shut the country off from the world. They mixed state socialism, bad planning, and superstition. By the late 1980s, Burma was one of the poorest countries on Earth. Protests exploded in 1988. The military crushed them with violence, killing thousands. Later, the generals tried to redesign the system. A constitution in 2008 kept the army's power safe. 25% of parliament reserved, key ministries under military control, and the right to block any real change. In 2015, a party called the NLD, led by Aung San Suu Kyi, won elections. For the first time in decades, many people hoped Burma was finally moving toward democracy, but the military never really left power, and the country's darkest chapter was still ahead. Section 3. The Rohingya and Lost Hope. In the western state of Rakhine lived the Rohingya, a Muslim minority long treated as foreigners. The state stripped them of citizenship, restricted their movement and rights. In 2016 and 2017, after attacks by Rohingya militants, the army answered with overwhelming force. Villages were burned. Thousands were killed. More than 700,000 Rohingya fled across the border into Bangladesh. It became one of the largest refugee crises in modern Asia. Many countries accused Myanmar of ethnic cleansing or even genocide. Aung San Suu Kyi traveled to The Hague to defend the military's actions. Her global reputation as a symbol of democracy was shattered. Section 4. The 2021 Coup and Civil War. In 2020, the NLD won another landslide election. The generals panicked. They claimed fraud. And in February 2021, they launched a new coup. You may remember the viral clip of a woman doing an aerobics routine while military vehicles rolled in behind her. That wasn't a joke. That was the day the coup began. Mass protests followed across the country. The army responded with live fire. Hundreds were killed in the streets. Young people from the Bamar heartland fled to the mountains. There, they trained with long-standing ethnic armed groups. They formed the People's Defense Force and joined with the National Unity Government. Their goal: remove the junta and build a truly federal democracy. Today, the junta controls the main cities and roughly 1/5 of the land. Rebels control most of the border regions and much of the countryside. Myanmar is now a patchwork of militias, resistance groups, and warlords. Section 5. Why China cares so much. On top of all this, Myanmar sits between India, China, and the Bay of Bengal. For China, it is strategically priceless. Across Myanmar, China helped build huge oil and gas pipelines. They connect the Indian Ocean directly to China's Yunnan province. These pipelines help China avoid the narrow Strait of Malacca, a choke point that could be blocked in a future war. Myanmar also produces around half of the world's heavy rare earth elements. These minerals are critical for electric cars and wind turbines. Many of the mines lie near the Chinese border and are now in rebel-held areas, so China is trying to protect its interests. It has dealt both with the junta and with certain rebel groups. It wants a Myanmar that is either friendly to Beijing or too weak to push China out. Section 6. A state at the edge of collapse. The economy has shrunk. Millions have lost jobs. Forced conscription is pushing young people to flee. A massive earthquake in 2025 added even more destruction to a country already at war. Myanmar today is close to becoming a fully collapsed state. One possible future is endless civil war, like Syria or Libya. Another is a federal democracy, where ethnic regions gain real autonomy. A third is total fragmentation, with multiple mini-states replacing one country on the map. While the world focuses on wars in Ukraine and Gaza, a giant crisis is unfolding in Southeast Asia with far less attention. Myanmar is not just a distant place on a map. It is a key piece in Asia's future, and right now, that piece is breaking apart.